working arrangement is that anything the executive says, including this proposal by Treasury, passes as it is, and you have the numbers, you don't need to argue about it. And I'm wondering what will be so different, because this proposal by Treasury might just pass unscrutinized by the National Assembly. Do you have the feeling, confident that there'll be anything different this time around?
Now that you've asked for my opinion on that, I don't think the bread-based government has anything new to offer Kenyans, and seeing how Parliament voted in regard to the 2024 finance bill, when we did not have the arrangement that is now in place, it will be interesting to see. I'm very much interested in seeing what the likes of, my good friend Millie Thiambo will be propagating on the floor. We know now that Mbadi was vehemently opposed to the finance bill of 2024. He's now the one who's, in the mix and the one cooking the broth for this year's finance bill. So it's going to be quite interesting. I think we will see now individual members, their convictions, whether they were actually voting no at the time because they were in quote-unquote opposition at the time, the ODM members of parliament, or whether they will actually listen to what their constituents want and vote accordingly, whether yes or no. I don't want to preempt, because I think Ruku might be privy to what Kenya Kwanza will be working on. And I have said that I am not, because by the time I voted no for the finance bill, I was already kicked out of the Kenya Kwanza, or rather pro-government UDA groups. So for me, I think, I don't think there's anything new we'll offer. We've seen that we actually have a very higher budget than what we had last year.
Does it worry you that the number keeps getting bigger, that we are talking about being in dire straits? We're talking about, the president last year was talking about even possible austerity measures, but year on year we are seeing the budget just ballooning, yet our revenue collection is not growing.
What bothers me is that the recurrent expenditure is taking a huge chunk of that amount. So Kenyans will not feel any development translating in what we call return on interest. So on investment. So Kenyans, when they pay taxes, they expect that healthcare will be running smoothly. They expect that we will have infrastructure for schools and roads. They expect that in regard to government investments and the economy will be flowing freely. So for me, I don't think we will see a lot of changes, but like I've said, I don't want to preempt, and I would not want to say or decide before I see what will be tabled on the floor of Parliament.
All right. But Naruku, what happened to the plans for austerity, reducing the public wage bill and all these things that the president was talking about? Because the issue was debt. And he said that we are in a fix, we're in a very bad position. That's why we need all these taxation measures. Yet we are seeing the budget increasing every year. Doesn't this go against what the president was talking about last year?